The follow-up to my Sort of Kaigen video, I thought I would share with you guys some books that made me cry a lot. In sort of non-specific terms, I don't really want to tell you why I was crying at all of these because that sort of gets into spoiler territory, but here's some. Now, I actually cry pretty easily at stories, books, movies, games. It really doesn't take all that much for a couple of tears to come out there, to the point that I have a column in my reading tracker for Did I Cry? But these are books that made me cry significantly and memorably. Obviously, The Sort of Kaigen by M.L. Wong. You can check out the last video for that saga. And I can't not start the list with The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue by V.E. Schwab, given that this is what I looked like when I finished the book. Yeah. Turtles All the Way Down by John Green is a book that made me so emotional in so many ways that it's a perfect 5-star read that I don't think I can ever read again. And I still haven't watched the movie because I'm scared. Cold Hearted by Heather Gare. I was definitely in a place emotionally where this was primed to hit me right in the chest. I went into this looking for a sort of palate cleanser romance. I'd been trying out a bunch of wolf shifter romances, trying to find ones that I liked, and I was having a little bit of trouble, and so I grabbed this one. I just wanted something to take my mind off things, and what I got was a really beautifully thoughtful depiction of depression and isolation and loneliness that just kicked me right in the fucking teeth. I actually reread this just last night because apparently I wanted to cry. Can confirm, reading it twice in 8 months, I did cry a ton second time around too. The Golden Enclaves by Naomi Novik, which is so far deep in a pile, I'm not moving things to get it. This is the third and final book in the Scholomance trilogy. I actually have a video time-lapse of me finishing this book, which became a time-lapse of me crying a bunch, that you can find if you search my name and Golden Enclaves. Cemetery Boys by Aiden Thomas. I read this on a plane and my mask was completely soaked with tears by the time we landed. I had to work really, really hard to try to keep the sniffling and sobbing and crying to a minimum, but I know the people next to me probably definitely knew something was going on. My Heart is a Chainsaw by Stephen Graham Jones. As a horror novel, this is going to be one where you want to check the trigger warnings, but when I got to the part of this book that made me cry, I was driving and listening to the audiobook, and when I tell you I was sobbing at 75 miles an hour. Like those full hiccuping, can't breathe sobs. I could not pull myself together. It wouldn't stop. Constantly wiping my eyes to keep my vision clear, and I just couldn't stop. It just wouldn't stop.